This is the third installment for the On Freedom series. For this installment, freedom will be defined as the act of being free to choose the best for oneself, as long as it doesn't interfere with the best for someone else. There is a competing set of ideas relating just to the existence of freedom. It is the idea of determinism versus free will. Now, determinism is defined as a doctrine that all events and human actions are determined by causes external to our will. So determinism and free will then begin with consciousness. It's the consciousness hypothesis that assumes that we are thinking and feeling beings. It is Descartes, who's largely known for the thought experiment that ended with the conclusion, "I think, therefore I am," who discussed how we can be free, and we are agents of our freedom. But we think, therefore we exist, while may be true, but how much thinking is truly our own? Freedom itself is an illusion within a broader, more diverse conditions, but I will argue, freedom, or free will, exists within a narrow scope of conditions that exists to influence our experiences and decisions. Try this thought experiment, for example. Sit comfortably in a chair wherever you like. Stare at any point directly in front of you while breathing evenly and rhythmically. Keep your eyes steady on the point of your choice. Now, observe your thoughts as they pass across your mind. Can you grow to regard programmed reactions as original thought or free thinking? But the thoughts are largely sourced from cultural icons and the socialization experiences, and also in our modern society by our addictions. For the majority of people, free will is suppressed or gladly relinquished to authority. Their reasons for relinquishing or suppression ranges from fear of death, fear of damnation, avoidance of discomfort, to contentment of an unexamined life, which thereby allows for quick automatic reactions to be expressed by us as if they are truly rational thoughts. But we misinterpret these impulses as rational, even though the automatic response was filtered by culture and socialization. In broader scope of conditions, for example, your genetic code and chance determines many things in our lives, despite what we might want to think. Chance itself has a lot to do with it, especially as chance relates to our place where we are born, our gender, and our sex. One may argue, though, that we are free to grab another person's car or whatever we want. And while that is true in action, it's not true in consequence. But don't worry, we are not without recourse. While we are determined by many conditions and events outside our ability to affect the direction in our life, we are still living in a free country, where there is less determinism and more possibilities to express free will when we are an adult. An appropriate analogy for this effect is the blinders placed on a workhorse. The blinders are made to prevent the horse from seeing besides them or behind them, thereby keeping them from being frightened. As with blinders, the socialization of culture serves as the blinders that keep us looking in a predetermined area to keep us from being spooked, from being overwhelmed by information, to increase our chance of success. However, as with horses' blinders, free will is limited to the areas seen by that person, seen by us through our cultural filters. Then we have a difficulty seeing further beyond those blinders allow, and hinder the motivation, the chance that the blinders are too restrictive and limiting. In short, we are determined as with blinders, to experience free will within a narrow set of rules. But we can do something about it. We can choose our blinders wisely. Check to see if the blinders are keeping us truly from being who we want to be. Examine our life to determine where acceptance of the limits that were taught to us were only suggestions rather than fact. It is like walking into a waterfall or dropping into a waterfall. The risks are different depending on the situation. So in essence and in everything, be mindful of the freedoms you choose. And be mindful that you have blinders to choose from. This is Dr. Vittorio Puente, el amigo de la gente. Please give me a like, give me a comment. Really love to hear from you. Take care.